Welcome back to the RWBY fanfiction reading of Nightingale Part 2. So, this will be it'll be the reading of the last two, or whatever, I don't know. It'll be the reading of the last, few parts or whatever, so, we'll just get right into it in a second. Oh my god. Okay. No. Please, Blake. No, Yang. Please. Blake sighed at Yang's persistence. Yang, please, Blakey. The raven-haired girl was silent for a few minutes before sighing once again. Yang's blinding grin told Blake that she figured out she was resigning to her fate. Fine, I'll play at the talent show. Yes! The introverted teenager chuckled at her best friend's childish glee. Any suggestions of what I should play? The blonde leaned back on the park bench they were reclining on, nibbling on her rainbow cotton candy. That Moonlight Sonata one. The one where your fingers look like they're moving at the speed of light. Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, third movement? Sure. Blake nibbled on her snow cone, which, was not what they said you were using before, but I guess it would be... Okay, fine. Maybe, yeah, I'm just stupid. Just don't worry about it. Moving on. It was silent between the two, the only sound being the joyful screams of children and the conversations of others. Hey, Yang? Um, there's her throat. She ran her fingers through her raven locks, a clear sign of nervousness. I just wanted to know if you would like to be my date. Not that you don't have to, but you're the only other person I could think of inviting, but it's okay if you don't want to since it's kind of last minute and I'm rambling, so I'll just shut up now. God, it was so difficult. Yang blinked, taking a few moments to dissect the gibberish that flowed from her best friend's lips before grinning widely. Of course, I would love to be your date to the dance, though I must warn you that I am not going to wear a tux. I only wear dresses at dances and stuff. Blake blinked to the sudden fact. I guess she doesn't know everything about the blonde. Why? Because it makes all the guys go, damn! Blake laughed at it despite the sharp pang in her chest at what she just said. I guess I'll have to get the tux then, not like I would wear a dress. This cough came from her companion. You read too many fairy tales, which is not how it's not you're supposed to put the two there, but it's supposed to be TOO. Sorry. From what Ruby has told me, you've read plenty of them yourself. The blonde's face reddened quickly, rivaling her sister's cloak. Well, I just really like, yeah. Blake grinned. You like to get your name on the checkout card before me, right? Yang huffed, averting her eyes, and passive aggressively munched on her cotton candy. Whatever. Blake chuckled and poked Yang's cheek. The blonde only puffed out her lips. The raven girl poked her again, causing a huff of air to be released. One more poke caused the blonde to cast her lilac eyes at her companion. Boop. Yang was silent for a few moments before poking Blake's cheek, causing the girl to grin. Boop. Okay. Skip that. Movie night! This is not part of the plot of Nightingale, but I decided to post this because it's the same universe. Whatever. Whatever. Might as well. So, it's just a little extra thing. I mean, maybe I should do this at the end, but I think we'll be fine. Just putting it here. Ruby chuckled nervously as ice blue eyes glared at her. Blake glanced at the two before focusing back on her book. You complete dunce! Even though the raven-haired girl had grown used to Harry's shrill voice, she still winced, eyes glancing at her again. Weiss, I said I was sorry. The cookies just look so good. Well, I forgive you. It's not like we all wanted a snack at the movie. For the movie. Weiss' voice dripped with sarcasm. We just decided to buy 24 chocolate chip cookies just for you. Ruby's eyes widened in delight. Really? No, you duds. The 15-year-old's face dropped again. Oh, is it any consolation? Blake cut in. I plan on giving my 6 cookies to Ruby anyways. Aw, Ruby pounced the other girl, wrapping her arms around the unflinching woman who calmly turned another page of her book. You're the best. And I know Yang would have given you theirs. Really? Weiss sputtered. That's not the point. At that moment, Yang entered the media room, arms full of chips and drinks. Take a chill pill, Ice Queen. The blonde ignored the icy glower. Let Ruby have her cookies. She's eaten more than 24 in one sitting. That is still not the point. He says, Ruby interrupted, ignoring Weiss's hey. And releasing Blake from a bear hug, the girl slightly breathed fresh air. What movie did you get? Yang set down the snacks and drinks, picking up the movie case. Something called The Exorcist. Nora recommended it. Oh, God. Sounds boring. You never judge a book by its cover, but it's not a book. It's an expression, sis. Weiss coughed. You skipped 2 years, Ruby. You should know this. I don't spend my free time looking up expressions, Weiss. Yeah, you spend your time creating a very complicated site. Ruby gasps. It's so much more. It's also a customizable high-impact sniper rifle. Oh, what? It's also a gun. Ugh. Way to copy Rooster Teeth's jokes there. It's like size. How about we watch them? I don't have all night. Yang grins. Best idea mentioned this night. What? Hey, Crescent Rose is way better. Oh, yeah. Best idea mentioned this night. Got it. Hey, Crescent Rose is way better than some movie. Yang ignored his sister, slipping the disc into the Blu-ray player. Yep, because that's what they would have. Then plopping on the couch next to Blake, Weiss and Ruby situated themselves on the floor in front of the pair. The movie started. The group was silent as the credits rolled. Well, that... Yang squeaked out. That was a creak inside the... Creak sounded inside the empty house. 4 pairs of eyes trained in the closed door. Did Dad? Ruby called out meekly. Was that you? No one answered. Weiss chuckled meekly. It was probably just the wind. Another creak. Or the foundation. This is an old house. Another creak. This one closer. It's probably trying to scare us. Yang glanced over at Blake, the girl having not said a word ever since the movie started. But Blake, I suddenly understand why people in horror movies make bad decisions. The amber-eyed girl whispered. Then she stood up and slowly made her way to the door. What are you doing? Weiss whispered, hissed. The anticipation is killing me, Blake responded. I'd rather face whatever it is head on instead of sitting there and letting it kill me without a fight. Ruby whimpered. Weiss's eyes grew big at another creak. But where did the sudden bout of bravery come from? A chuckle sounded from right outside the door, causing all 4 girls to tense up. Blake's hand slowly made its way onto the doorknob. Blake, Ruby whispered, come back over here so you can live for a few more seconds. Her hand gripped the doorknob, slowly turning it. Blake, listen to my sister. Oh, Weiss hissed. We are trying to convince Blake to not make a stupid decision, Weiss. Let her sacrifice herself. Weiss, Ruby hissed. I'm so glad I got to know all you. Blake said before throwing the door open. Then a scythe pierced her stomach, spewing blood everywhere. The other 3 girls screamed. Then a laugh did not sound like the woman who just got impaled by a scythe slipped past Blake's lips. The person who had just stabbed her laughed too. Blake, Nightingale, you should not... Oh, you should not laugh when getting stabbed. Blake doubled over, tears Another round of laughter kept her from saying anything more. You know, a female voice called out, filled with laughter. When Blake suggested we do this after the horror movie, I thought she was crazy. This is honestly the best prank ever pulled. The red, white, and yellow females turned to the door, spotting a woman with short red hair doubled over, laughing as hard as Blake. Nora! The three yelled. Then, when what she said sunk in, varying emotions crossed over their faces. RWBY was battling between confusion and pride. It's not every day Blake pulls a prank. Weiss was furious. It's not every day she's so utterly humiliated. And Yang couldn't bring herself to be angry at Blake. It wasn't every day that Blake successfully pranks her best friend. It's even less that the Golden Girl laughs so heartily without worry. Yang wouldn't mind letting Blake scare her again and again just to hear the sound. Yang grinned and soon joined the other two women in their joyful laughter. Weiss's words over the wall. The white-haired teenager couldn't see how this is funny at all. But laughter is infectious, so she soon joined in. The five girls soon calmed down to breathe, but started laughing again, none of them knowing what tickled them so. So up until Blake had to leave, the Xiaolong Rose house was filled with joyful laughter, the stress of life not able to affect them. Okay. So, I'm not sure if this is the last chapter or if there's more that just haven't been written yet. So, yeah. RWBY, for the last time, stop trying to balance on the chairs. I held back a laugh as I saw Weiss yelling at RWBY for the 100th time today. But Weiss, it makes putting up decorations easier. It could also make getting into a hospital easier. I would have grabbed a ladder, but you deemed it too tall for a 15-year-old girl. It was! I rolled my eyes, turning around to continue helping Pyrrha place some streamers onto the Rose Xiaolong living room ceiling. What are they arguing about this time? She asked me, RWBY balancing on a chair. The redhead chuckled, nailing an orange-colored streamer to the ceiling. Honestly, Weiss needs to tell RWBY she loves her to take off her head. Chuckled that. May you hand me the brown streamer? I do so, nodding when Pyrrha thanks me with a chipped voice. I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. Weiss is too busy second-guessing herself. Pyrrha smiles, glancing over at the bickering duo, making a move to climb down the ladder. That comes with being a schnee, I guess. I open my mouth to respond, holding my hand out to help her. When the front door busts open, revealing a winded John and son. John collapses on the ground, tripping over air and falling flat on his face. Ow. Friend calmly walks over, helping John to his feet. I believe Woody is trying to say that Yang is on her way over. Son nods rapidly. We will be there. She'll be here in less than 5 minutes. This is when Neptune stepped in. All right, people, we have approximately 4 minutes and 37 seconds to finish any last-minute details and hide. Why 37 seconds? Asked Nora as she helps Coco, Velvet Fox, and Yatsuhashi bring out a series of appetizers from the kitchen. Why not 36 or 35? Maybe even 34? Neptune purses his lips. Because I say so. We do not have time to argue. Weiss declares. I roll my eyes. You were just arguing. It's running to hide in a corner. Sun follows him. The last few minutes were a blur of making sure everything was in order and keeping Nora and RWBY away from the sweets. We were all hiding in the dark room. Fuck. We were all hiding in the dark room when the door opened. I could hear Crow and Taiyang arguing about something, with Yang adding sarcastic comments here and there. Why, Tai moans out, are you being so sarcastic? 'Cause Blake and Weiss aren't here to, Yang responds, walking into the room and turning on the light. Surprise! Holy mother of fudge. Nora frowns. Why curse Fudge? Fudge has done nothing to harm you. Crow chuckles, patting Yang on the arm. She's taken to cursing in ice cream flavors. The blonde just stood there with her eyes open. Then I knew there was a reason Dad wanted to go play laser tag. What? Can't your old man play laser tag without being questioned? Die, Crow chuckles. Last time you played laser tag was when we were in high school, and that's only because Summer thought you couldn't beat Glinda's record. Wait, Professor Goodwitch played laser tag? Ruby and Ruby and Yang exclaimed. Yang laughed. Yeah, and she was hella good too. I must see this, Yang whispers. Tell her it's for my birthday, please. Crow rolls his eyes but chuckles. I'll do what I can, kid, but for now, why don't you get this party started? You will be turning 18 in a few hours. Or, technically now, but, just not gonna go with the actual, like, hey, it's more specifically at this time. You're not actually that age until later in the day. So, yeah. Not gonna worry about it. Anyways. Yang slid up to my side, a grin on her face, a crown, a gift from Nora, tipping. It had grown considerably since that party started. I knew Yang was popular, but this was almost as crowded as a dorm party on Friday night. I roll my eyes, but give the blonde a smile. Hey, birthday girl. I fixed the crown and brushed her hair from her face without thinking about it. How's your day been? It's been amazing. And Uncle Crow just told me that been banned from it. She shrugs. Anyways, I think you owe me a confession. I quirk her brow. I believe I said when the clock struck midnight, and it's only, I glance at my watch, 9:20. But I shake my head. Midnight, Yang. Ugh, fine. I grin and roll my eyes again. You can wait a couple more hours. It's time for the countdown! Ruby yells as she blows up the countdown timer on the television. 10! Yang vibrates in giddiness, a grin wide on her face as she counts down the seconds to her birthday with her friends and family. 9! The blonde meets my eyes, a glance to the kitchen. 8! She nods, whispering something to her dad before slipping through the excited crowd. I follow. 7! I give her a small smile. She gives me one back. 6! You don't have to do this, she whispers. I know. 5! Take a deep breath to build my courage. 4! I beat in your eyes. 3! She brushes a hair from my face. 2! I step closer, closing the small distance between us. 1! You, I whisper. Happy birthday, Egg. Happy birthday, Egg! Then she kisses me. And okay. So, ay. So this was last continued in September. So that was a while ago, which makes me think that, it's not going to continue any further than this. But that was definitely an interesting end to the story, at least for now. And I could have sworn that I haven't read this part before, so, So I don't know if there'll be a part 2 or a part 3, but I honestly don't know if I want to wait for that. So, yeah. Next time we come back with reading. Sadly, it's probably another Bumblebee one for yous that don't like that. So, yeah. Sorry.